I've been attempting a bunch of different challenges over the past years, without touching a coin, without pressing left, while carrying Luigi, while Bowser attacks you, and even more. But one type of challenges I've never attempted is one made very popular by the one and only Steve Gaming, beating a Mario game while always crouching. Basically, we know Mario has a bunch of epic jumping and running abilities, but what if he was deprived of those moves and was forced to remain crouched at all times? Well, this is the challenge I'll be attempting today with a fan favorite game, Super Mario 64. The rules are simple. We are going to try to beat Super Mario 64 while remaining always crouched. What does that mean? Well, basically, to crouch in this game, you have to hold down the Z button. While in that crouching state, Mario can still move by crawling around, but as you can see, it's very slow. Thankfully, Mario can also do some backflips while crouching, so this will actually be the fastest way of traveling around. I hope Mario won't get too dizzy, because he's about to flip for quite a while. Now that everything has been set, well, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's just jump into it. Reaching the castle entrance while doing backflips takes quite a while, but soon we'll be able to reach Bob-omb Battlefield, and backflipping to the top of the mountain takes quite a while, but most of the obstacles on the way are actually super easy to dodge. We can use the teleporting shortcut in the mountain even while crouching, and this will lead us to King Bob-omb, who's actually not that difficult to defeat. Basically, just do a backflip above him to reach his back, and then quickly hit the B button to grab him. Normally, when you crouch and push B, Mario does this epic breakdance move. But if you act quick after landing, well, you can do a classic punch instead, which is all that is needed to defeat King Bob-omb. Now, for the Koopa the Quick race, I didn't have much hope of winning considering how slow I moved, but I decided to open up the red Bob-omb cannons and use them to reach the top of the mountain way faster. And believe it or not, I managed to arrive before Koopa and win the race! But Koopa the Quick didn't agree with me and told me I cheated, which means I don't get the star. I decided to just use the cannon yet again to reach the star on the floating island, and this was an easy one to get. Getting red coins is actually super slow, but thankfully it is possible to get all 8 required to get yet another star. But enough of Bob-omb Battlefield for now. Let's move this way and get to the princess's secret slide. And thankfully, once you start sliding down, well, holding the crouch button has no effect whatsoever on Mario, so we can slide and get both stars from this world quite easily. Whomp's Fortress is up, and getting to the top requires even more backflips, and I have to admit that moving on this tiny ledge was nerve-wracking, but not that difficult. The boss fight against King Whomp is also fairly easy, as doing backflips while he's attacking you will make you go through his body and will kind of uncrouch you, which will allow you to ground pound his back and defeat him. To get your second star, well, just get back to the top of the tower and do a couple more backflips to get to the top and get the star. I then use the cannons to shoot myself over there and get yet another star. Next up was the star in the cage, and grabbing the owl has no impact on our crouching state, meaning this is yet another easy star to get. Use the cannon another time to blast away the wall and move up there to get to the next one. Now, the first star we'll get in Cool Cool Mountain is the one from the big slide. So just like the Princess Secret slide, crouching doesn't change anything, meaning this star is easy to get. The baby penguin one, on the other hand, is quite the pain in the butt. If you crawl next to the penguin and push B, then Mario will do his epic dance move, which doesn't grab the baby penguin. So we'll have to immediately press B while still crawling to get a punch going, which will allow us to grab the penguin. But once you have the guy though, keep jumping and moving, or else holding down the crouch button will make Mario drop the baby on the floor. This is kind of annoying, but keep moving and hopping around and you'll be good. As you can probably figure out, the penguin race is yet another slide, so it's super easy. After doing this one, I went back to the lobby and pushed C up to look to the sky and do the secret wing cap level. And thankfully, holding down the Z button doesn't change anything while we fly in the sky, and we can get both the stars and the wing cap switch. We can now go to Jolly Roger Bay, but just before we do this, let's visit the secret aquarium up there. And luckily for us, crouching underwater is not really possible, meaning that even if we hold down the Z button, the swimming mechanic doesn't change at all, allowing us to grab all of the 8 red coins and get the star quite easily. For Jolly Roger Bay, this also means that getting the first few stars is actually quite easy. Just swim inside of the sunken ship for one, and swim around the eel for another one. Exploring the cave while doing some backflips is a little bit annoying, but I had enough health points to open the chest and get another star. The red coin star was a bit more annoying though, because there's a couple coins waiting on the ship, and getting there while doing backflips is quite annoying. In fact, I got so annoyed at one point that I just used the cannons to shoot myself up there. And it worked! Use the cannon yet again to aim for this pillar and jump over there to get yet another star. I have 20 stars now, so I guess it's time to pay Bowser a visit. The level is a little bit scary, especially because if you fall down, you're done for. This jump over there was super scary, and near the end, I decided to just crawl my way to the other side of this pit, but I soon reached the big green pipe that leads to my friend Bowser. To be fair, I wasn't sure this fight would be possible crouching all the time, as Bowser moves quite fast, but sometimes, well, he's just gonna stand there and start spitting fire, which will leave you enough time to quickly backflip behind the dude and grab his tail. Throw him on the explosive thingies and you're good to go. Big Boo's Hound ain't the easiest level, but you can do your breakdance move to defeat the boos and get your first star. And this will also work to defeat the ghosts in the basement. The Haunted Book star is quite easy, as you can hit all of those book switches even while being crouched. Most red coins are just lying around waiting to be collected, so they shouldn't be a problem. It's now time for the basement, and I thought catching Mips the bunny would be impossible, but it's actually quite easy. Just corner him over there and stand in his way to grab the dude and get the star. Dumb bunny. Shifting Sandland is up, and getting up to the bird to get your very first star requires you to crawl up this big tower, which leads to this happening. Yeah, I'm not really sure Mario's using the same physics and gravity as we do, but anyways, it worked. I suggest bouncing on this little guy and grabbing the green shell from this block in order to move fast in this stage. It makes everything easier, like grabbing this star on the pyramid for example. The boss inside of the pyramid is kinda hard to defeat, but you can actually jump on his eyes instead of punching them, and it works, so you should be able to defeat him quite fast. Climbing to the top of the pyramid is super tedious and takes a while, especially if you miss a jump and fall down near the end like me. Lethal Lava Land contains a whole lot of lava, and I burned Mario's butt a bunch of times, but it's possible to bully all of the bullies and get your first 2 stars. Collecting the red coins on the puzzle is actually pretty simple, but rolling that wooden log to get to the other star is a pain in the butt. When the slopes are too angled, Mario refuses to do backflips and only jumps in place, which is kind of annoying to deal with. Entering the volcano doesn't seem to be possible with a backflip, but just burn your butt and you'll be inside in no time. And once you're there, you're going to have to be very patient, as backflipping your way to the top takes quite a while, but both stars in the volcano can be obtained anyways. Hazy Maze Cave is up, but just before we enter this stage, well, let's talk to this toad for 1 free star. After backflipping my way down this hallway, I soon reached this pit, which cannot be crossed as it's way too wide, and this is a problem, especially considering the other hallway also features a giant pit we cannot backflip across. Well, it looks like this stage will not be possible in this quest. Hopefully we will not run out of stars to get. Bowser 2 is up, but we still have to check out Dire Ducks first. And this one is an underwater stage, meaning we can easily swim our way to Bowser's submarine and grab the star. The second Bowser level is not that difficult, especially considering you can fall down and all that will happen is a burned butt, which can be healed with yucky coins. I do have to say that the boss is really difficult. Basically, you have one shot, one opportunity to grab Bowser's tail, and it's at the beginning when he makes the whole platform swing sideways. If you don't grab the tail at this exact moment, well, good luck grabbing it after, as Bowser will constantly teleport around, making this next to impossible. But anyways, I got it and got the key, so let's quickly grab a couple more stars from the ducks before moving up. Most of the stars in Dire Ducks are located underwater, making them quite easy, but there's a couple of tricky ones, like the red coin star, which requires you to backflip up those wood crates in order to reach the top, and you have to be kinda quick doing so, but it's all good and possible. Let's move to the next floor to visit Toad, who's going to give us another free star, and right after that, we can move to Wet Dry World. Swim to the top of the world and then do some backflips to get a star, then do the same thing on the moving arrow platforms for yet another one, and all of the secrets in this stage can be found even while crouching, giving us another star, and the cage star ain't too bad if you're moving fast enough. Getting all 100 coins is tedious and takes a while, but it's possible. Snowman's Land is next, and getting inside of the ice sculpture to grab a star is not too difficult. Getting to the top of Snowman's head, on the other hand, is not easy. This penguin that blocks you from getting blown off the stage moves way too fast for our crawling abilities. It's probably possible to get the star with some backflips, but I just decided to get the bully star instead. Jump on this guy to get to this box for yet another star, and then use the other box to get a green shell to collect all 8 red coins for yet another one. I then decided to explore Tall Mountain, and I feel like this stage is yet another one where we cannot really get any stars. Basically, moving up the mountain requires you to cross these big gaps, and well, they're really wide. Maybe we'll come back later. Let's check out Tiny Huge instead, and we can backflip on all of those plants to get the first star here. Do a backflip on this green pipe to reach upward, and then keep backflipping to get to the top for yet another star. Finding all 5 secret spots isn't too difficult, meaning you'll quickly get another star. I kinda ran out of stars to get here, so just before we get to the final floor, let's grab some stars we missed in older levels. The wing cap allowed me to grab 2 more stars in Bob-omb Battlefield, this one with the rings and the 100 coins one, and I also got another star from Mips the Bunny in the basement. I got the 100 coins in Lethal Lava Land and the one in Cool Mountain, as well as the red coins and the snowman's head from that stage. Tick-tock clock is next, and I got all of the red coins on the platforms, which was pretty simple. I also backflipped my way up the clock to get more stars, like this one on the clock hen and this one in the cage. And actually, if we're being extra careful, we can pretty much get every single star in here, as backflipping allows us to get pretty much anywhere. With 66 stars, I was getting real close to the end, but I sadly had to visit Rainbow Ride, which was super annoying to deal with. Doing backflips while riding a flying magic carpet is very scary, but it will allow us to get too many stars, and once I had 69 stars, I just talked to my buddy Toad to get my 70th and final one. It's Bowser time now, and this final stage will force us to crawl up this wall, which yet again makes no sense at all. Mario should be falling right now, but I'm glad he isn't, as this allowed me to get to the very top, crawl under the scary winds, and reach the green pipe, leading to the final Bowser fight. This boss fight is really challenging, as Bowser has all sorts of crazy moves to attack you. Thankfully, sometimes he'll just stop to spit fire, and this will give you just enough time to grab his tail. Getting hurt by his fireballs also make Mario run super fast and allows him to grab the tail. Do not miss a single shot, and soon Bowser will be defeated and the quest will be over. Yay, we did it! We got our cake! Nice! So, is it possible to beat Super Mario 64 while always crouching? Well, yes it is. This was a very long and painful quest, as moving with backflips just takes forever. So, is this challenging? Yes. Is this fun? No. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to subscribe and to hit the bell to make sure never to miss a single upload from me. Hit the join button to join Team BBQ and get your name in the credits. And if you want to watch even more challenge videos, well, tap the cards on screen right now. As for me, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!